to win it down. Get your money.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And here we go from Chicago. Here's a return from the 7. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with... immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built out of.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Cut out left. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Third and long for him here. On target to Moore. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
To throw, Williams. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes the defender. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
Hand off to the back. Giving 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Williams going to run with it. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. And they catch it behind the line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. They'll throw, third and long. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
And the Bears, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Back to the line they come, second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
Now here's Williams. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Williams with the sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from this performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing on first is Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they offer the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
It's complete. This is Bowers. Breaks free in the center of the field. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown.
The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Cowboys start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
What is up?
Williams will look to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
The give here on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, That came at the perfect time.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw by Williams. Gets some space around midfield. Gets it to the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears break the tie here in the first. This is Trujillo to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. The Bears take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
This gets the 1st and more. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
They'll run in here with Jaden Blue. And his gate is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. That's the end of our opening quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And the Bears have it. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. Big man showing up the yards. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Leo checks on the extra point. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Trujillo to kick it away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. That's low and bounces short of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
It's fourth down.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
The first down pass. Salah Rebel on the tackle. Brought down.
All right, here we go. Second down.
What is it on?
Williams from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Chicago brings out the punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. On first down, they'll run. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and goal.
Another carry for him. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's good for a couple of yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Prescott, first and 10. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Dak to the air here. Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. All set now. First and 10.
4 yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did. Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up fourth and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
At the 18-yard line.
Looking back, it's the handoff. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
He's going for it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line.
It's fourth down.
gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing the out route complete. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Dak out of the pistol. He finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Bears bringing out an extra DB here. 3rd down. Through here from the pistol. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. 2nd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the red zone now. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game before halftime. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. He showed some nice burst on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Bears about set for their next possession. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A pickup of 17. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, Williams to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. Cowboys crowding the passing lanes. They're into the dime for 3rd down. Now here's Williams. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. Here's Trujillo to kick it away.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. With 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So a 2, and with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Rolling out to his left. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
To throw, Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here come the Bears back out on offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Setting him on the dive. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Williams set to pass. The right side hauled in by Komet. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're left with 4th and short. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Cowboys offense headed out there. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. New set of downs for him from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Hit made by TJ Edwards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now here's Prescott. Front pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. Mims with the grab. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. There's in the nickel, 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He dodged the tackle. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. 1st down now, ball at the 33. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Odunze's got it, right side. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down, Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or 2.
Number 15, Odunze. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys about set to take over. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points. This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hits him on the out route. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's fourth down now.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, and they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Plowing up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back-to-back carries here. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly marked up too. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Third and 10.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game. Trujillo to kick it away.
So after that make, the field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Give now to the running back. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Dak off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go, Wiley! What do you think?
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's got it over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Yeah, here we go! Right thing! What do you think?
Desperation time here. Connects on the crosser. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Forget that was 4th down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. That gets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Dive play straight ahead. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on 1st down. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down. Just about a yard to the marker, so they're going to take the risk and go for this. Trying to push this past the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's a short gain of 1. And the 4th down call pays off as they'll move the chains. They'll run here on 1st down. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Dak to the air here. Throw is caught. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
He lost the football. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were. So they keep possession. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one's caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
This could be the snap that decides this game. It's 4th and goal. Up the middle, Blue. And he gets in, touchdown! The Cowboys come through to tie it in the 4th. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. It almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Williams to throw. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
3rd down and 10.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears down by only 1. 3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Runners it hard.
Looking to throw. Has his man caught by Odunze. He's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
1st and 10 at the
Back to throw. Setting up the running back screen. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36.
Setting up to pass. That's incomplete on 2nd down. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Down and 12 yards to go.
Looking to throw it. Finds him over the middle. Looks great initially, but he is short on that 1st down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
To throw. That one's nabbed by Komet. 30. He gets loose down the right side. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll look to throw it. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Coverage by Jaquan Brisker.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game. 2nd down. They go pass here.